welcome to our next segment reading of the Asatru Edda, Ásgarðr here. And in today's chapter, we are talking about Ásgarðr. Now, if you remember from several chapters back in the chapter called Idavolir, Ásgarðr was not the first home of the gods, but it was their last home and their current home. So, chapter 12, Ásgarðr. Next, the Godin made a stronghold for themselves in Yggdrasil's branches, and it was called Ásgarðr. There, the Godin lived together with their kinsmen, and as a result, many events and happenings have taken place both on the earth and in the sky. There are many halls in Ásgarðr, and holy is the land lying near the Aesir and Alfar. The first hall is Bilskirnir, what would later be called Valhall, lying in the district known as Gladsheimer. The hall lies at the center of Asgard and was built around Yggdrasil's bowl, which penetrates the roof. So says the story that Odin let the great hall be built in such a way that Yggdrasil stood therein, and the limbs of the tree blossomed far out over the roof of the hall, while stood below the trunk within. The golden leaves of Glasir Ymir stand before Sigtýr Odin's hall. That is the most beautiful tree among Godin and men. The hall is so high that one can scarcely see over it, and its roof is covered in golden shields like tiles. The next dwelling is where the kind powers have decked the hall with silver, and it is called Valaskjof, which Odin also acquired for himself in the days of old. Inside this hall is Hríðskraf, as this throne is known. When Allfather sits on the seat, he sees through all worlds and into all men's doings. Moreover, he understands everything he sees. Many other halls would be built as the Godin grew in numbers. Odin built the massive wall that stands around Ásgarðr. It is called Glastrupnir, and he built it from Liðbrimir Ymir's limbs. He supported it so strongly that it shall stand as long as the world. The world gate is called Þrymgjof. It was made by the three sons of Sobrindi Ivoldi. A fetter fastens each wayfarer who lifts it from its opening. The gate is also called Valgrind, which stands in the plain, holy before the doors. That gate is ancient, but only a few know how it is closed with lock. Yggdrasil expands over Ásgarðr, which is thus visible to the Godin, and its upper leaf-abundant branches are filled with hanging fruits. Higher up than this is the place in the region of the worlds where all the waters of heaven are collected, the evaporation from the sea and the lakes and from Yggdrasil's crown. The water found there is filled with a substance called vafr, or Ofdokum Ognar Lioma. Wise craftsmen have made it out of flaming light of the flood, or gold. This gives the thunder clouds their metallic color, and it can ignite and then becomes Vafarlogr, which is a quick, flickering, zigzagging flame that strike down their targets with conscious accuracy. A river streams down from Eikthrínir, the stag over Bilskirnir, which, with its Vafr evaporating billows, pours out a protective moat around Ásgarðr. If the Vafnifl ignites over the river, it resembles a whirling of a fire torrent. Thingol is also the drawbridge that leads over the river. Golmul and Girvimul wind around the Godin's dwelling. These rivers swirl down with such headlong violence that animals normally lose the strength to keep afloat and are drowned. First, they run in a trickle from the pinnacles of the mountains. then dash down steep precipices to the rocks below, multiplying the thunder of their waters as they plunge into deep valleys. Though they rebound continually from one obstructing boulder to another, they never lose any of their hustling speed. As they surge and churn down the whole length of this channel, they create a foaming whiteness everywhere. But when they have shot from the canyon between the cliffs that spread their flow more spaciously and form Ásgarðr from a rock that lies in their path. The ridge, sheer on both sides, projects the water, and it's so clustered with different kinds of trees that from a distance they screen the river from view. The Godin built a bridge from Jormungrund to the sky, and it is called Bifrost. It has great strength and is made with more skill and knowledge than other constructions. Every day the Aesir ride up over Bifrost, which is also called Ásgarðr. Bifrost is the best of bridges, and on its head are holy runar risted. The bridge's ends lie near the northern and southern horse doors of Jormungrund. Thunder Ifing roars. Þjóðvitnir's fish rests in the flood. The river current seems too strong for wading to the hosts of the slain. The Himthrusar and Bergrisar would go up into Ásgarðr if Bifrost was crossable by anyone that wanted to go. There are many beautiful places in heaven, and everywhere there has divine protection around it. The Godin extended their land fortifications over level ground. When they leave Ásgarðr, they reach the outer land before Bifrost by the drawbridge Thingjöll. This connection with the gateway of their fortress they regulate with ropes, as though operating some revolving hinge. It would now lay a road across the river. At other times, drawn up from the hidden cables controlling it, it guards the entrance. Odin was born with warlike thoughts and an inclination to intervene, to be adventurous, and to make a real effort into his actions. This disposition would be transferred onto his descendants, who were all, even the mild Balder, born as Godar of battle and victory. The days would come when the destructive powers would threaten the worlds, and it would then be necessary to have in Yggdrasil's high crown with a view in all directions that danger would come from. A world-protecting watch of battle-ready hero Godar. And that was today's chapter on the realm of Asgard. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and it is truly a magnificent realm by all accounts here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hit the thumbs up button, and then make sure that you subscribe to see all our new content. Thank you again, and we'll see you in the next segment.